Hello, I'm Kigan. Today I wanted to talk about fear and how to use it against people as a weapon. I want to start out with a poem. It's called Letting Go. Sometimes great change doesn't happen in the way we may think that it should, but letting go of the fear of what might be can help manifest change for the good. And I wanted to read another poem and then we're going to get to my speech. It's called Show Them in Peace. You can yell at them till you're blue in the face. I beg you, save your breath. They are stuck in this reality where most of them fear death. Use your gifts to open their eyes instead of your instinct of fear, and allow them to ask you to take the wheel and show them where to steer. Don't use your fear, because I know you're worried when people that you love don't believe you, but I'm telling you, please, you will drive them away if you use your fear and anger, which is a side effect of fear. I understand what you're talking about. I know where you're coming from. Our owner master is trying to convince the people she loves about it. But we're thankful that we have the online community of other people who support our work and believe what we believe. Because even though we're not together, even though we're not together in person, we're together in spirit. And that is stronger than anything. I'm sorry. I get emotional sometimes. Okay, here's my speech. Fear is being used against us to cause destruction. Humans can be programmed by the current condition of the majority and around them. The formative years of childhood, as Mark said, is format and indoctrination. We are not taught natural law when we are young. This was Yeshua's teaching. Instead, it is drilled into the heads with false religion and that your belief will save you, or whatever you're told by somebody else, and not looking into it on your own. We were put here to do the great work and end slavery. Some people remember this more than others do. So we're doing the work, trying. And they use trauma-based mind control, occult blood sacrifice, as we've talked about, to shock the masses and control by fear. How many tragic events are shown over and over by controlled media, and even called anniversaries to be quote-unquote celebrated? People are afraid to speak out and call the government on its lies, but this must be done. They have the fear of what could happen without a government. They fear the unknown. People must use their imagination together to create a world of wisdom, a world that follows natural law and respects everyone and allows the Creator to rule by following natural law. The wicked ones currently in charge rule through fear. They use fear to rule. This is why we are currently in the condition that we're in the world, because authority is a forbidden fruit. It is immoral to assume authority over others. It is also immoral to allow yourself to be a victim of authority. Truth is the greatest weapon. If the majority broke their fear of speaking out, in whatever way that works for them, we could speak a righteous world into existence. The universe was spoken into existence by our Creator. Universe, one verse. The Creator gave us free will to speak our reality into existence. This is why we speak and reflect on each other. Only by living and teaching natural law as an aggregate can we reflect upon our Creator, and the world would change in our favor. He wants the world to change for His children. He also wants us to come together and use the talents that He gave us to speak truth together. He gave us free will, so it must be done as an aggregate. He wants us to do this on our own with His guidance. We must come to Him on our own and create change together. There is a spark of the divine in all of us, if we choose to access it. This does not mean a human being is God. It means there's a piece that can communicate through it and help people understand and learn with what God taught, with the teaching of natural law. Nobody is God. God is the Most High, and He is the Creator of all. The people who think they're God are dangerous people. They're the ones doing all this, hurting people in the world and stealing their land. If we choose to access our spark of the divine as a majority, He will help us receive everything we ever imagined. This is why the enemy is so desperate to keep us held back. As soon as we get our will to align with the Creator's, their system will be finished. This is why it says He will come like a thief. When the aggregate majority decide to live by natural law, and only the Creator will decide when enough people have reached Christ consciousness, that is the second coming. The majority in Christ consciousness will witness a great change. Christ demonstrated that one man alone cannot do this. But if we all came together and lived what He taught, instead of fighting about programmed religious dogmas set in place by evil men on purpose to pollute our consciousness and keep us divided in fear. Acts of human behavior, we know, like the rules of the theory of gravity and things like that. We know that's real. You're not going to just go jump off a cliff. You know that's not going to work. You're not going to have a good outcome. Same as with human behavior. When humans misbehave, comes back at them. There is a code of behavior with natural law, helping people, choosing right action over wrong action. You can also look at the golden rule in a different way. treat others as you would want to be treated, but also to know what your rights are, you need to know what they are not. So you can also look at it as, do not do unto others as you would not want done unto you. I wanted to talk about fear, and I don't want to offend anybody. The following are facts. They are not my opinion. This is a fact. Police and military are called pets and or dogs by the dark Luciferian rulers at the very top. Mark Passio witnessed this. He was a priest in Satanism for 10 years and regretted it when he realized that these psychopaths were trying to rule the world by enslavement and fear. These people said to him, if you told this to the military and police, they wouldn't believe you. That's how bad it is. And it's absolutely plain to see. I don't know why anybody wants to wear dog tags proudly, because they call you the dogs. You're not going to believe this, but it's true. There are people at the very top who are using you as pawns. Look, I wanted you to go and look into, I recommend that you read Mark Passio's podcast of the Occult Mockery of the Police and Military. They decorate your uniforms with occult symbolism to mock you. Learn what some of those symbols mean. The truth of what they mean. Police and military are trained to attack like animals without question. Their training is fear-based. They take actions for money. They are trained to view armed citizens as dangerous. Armed citizens have the right to bear arms as long as they're not harming anybody. However, the feeling that one needs to bear arms is also in fear. Armed citizens are afraid of military and police, and rightfully so, because they are order followers, paid to take orders without question. Learn to think for yourself. Don't categorize yourself. Don't put titles on yourself. You are your own person. You do not need a badge or uniform to protect and serve your brothers and sisters. We must protect and serve each other, because that is the right thing to do. Military, police, and armed citizens are pawns on a checkerboard. The wicked rulers use them as pawns to cause bloodshed. When has war ever been a good thing? If it works, why is the world still in the condition that it is in? These people keep the war going on purpose because they're making money out of it. The people at the very top. And they're using you as a pawn. I'm not lying here. This is serious. I just need you to, it hurts me inside when I learned that how they have deceived you so much. It really hurts me. Spoken truth is the best weapon of all, because they need to be exposed for what they really are. The pigs at the top. Human beings are not animals. Threat and coercion is less effective when the majority is speaking truth. These wicked rulers are cheating by monopolizing the mainstream media, dissuading people from truth by saying on mainstream media, don't believe what you find online. Online research is a new freedom that they cannot control, and they don't like that at all. Social media helps us to speak truth, enables light-bringers to speak out in creative ways. They cannot silence and control us with the internet. Weapons instill fear, and another way they cheat is to start and stage attacks to cause fear and chaos. Remember, the Nazis were order followers. They thought that what they did was okay. Why did this country attack and destroy Iraq. We still don't even have a straight answer. Please, if you're an order follower, use your right to say no. It's the most powerful word in the universe. Stop working for the animals that lie, cheat, and see you as their pets. Thank you for listening. I'm going to turn it over to Ralph.